Okay, we're back on this Toyota Tacoma. As you can see from the sight glass, for the guys who like to use sight glasses as meaning the system is full, in this situation, under these ambient conditions, with this refrigerant fill in all operating conditions, the sight glass is full. You can hear the engine kicking up and down in idle, and you can hear the engagement of the clutch and the disengagement of the clutch in the background. So take a listen and pay attention. I am not upping to idle. I'm just doing this at idle, and you do not do your test at idle, something I haven't always mentioned in the past, and I probably won't in the future, just every now and then. I always leave out information. I only give what I'm dwelling on at the time. So you can hear the cycle on and off of the clutch. And now let's pay attention to the temperatures. And actually the outside ambient temperature is actually 49 degrees. And here's our duct dash temperature right now. And you can hear the compressor cycle off as it satisfies. It's satisfying in less than 10 seconds. We have been filled up to factory specifications of 650 grams. And I didn't write down, sorry, I'm jumping, I gotta get out of here. But take a look at our compressor discharge temperature, 111 degrees. Okay, 111. Our suction line was dropping down into the 50s. Remember, we're at 154 degrees. We were low on charge. It was starving for oil, contaminated with air, and low on refrigerant charge. Low on superheat, high superheat, which low on refrigerant cooling back to the compressor. Now the compressor is happy. The discharge compressor temperature is really happy now. It's no longer 150 degrees. Now, what do you think? It's 150 degrees at an ambient temperature of 49 degrees Fahrenheit. What do you think that discharge pressure would have climbed up to in the summertime when it's 110 degrees and you're in Arizona? Okay, this is what kills compressors. Return of oil and return of cooling because there's not enough refrigerant on. And got Homer Simpson, who filled it up before and had 9.3% air mixed in with the refrigerant. So let's get back to this. When I first took the condenser inlet temperature was going in, before I turned on the camera, was 144. By the time I turned on the camera to start showing you guys in the first video on this vehicle, it climbed up to 154 degrees. Our suction line temperature was, SLT suction line temperature was 77 degrees. So compressor just kicked in, and you see there's no steady rate. It's constantly kicking in and out because it's satisfying so fast. And we're at idle. 53 degrees. Before it was 77 degrees. And our condenser inlet temperature, really nice. We have a completely full, factory full system. Still looking for the leak. Was not able to identify a leak or anything like that. But we'll find out the rest of it. Eventually I'll find the leak. And we're getting down to 38 degrees. The cycling on and off. Dash temperature 38 degrees. So we'll go, I'll finish and wrap this one up. But did you see the temperature, what happens when you allow yourself to run low on refrigerant? How high the compressor discharge temperature gets, and that's on an ambient temperature of 49 degrees. And this is why the guys with the little jerk-off cans who squirt it up, and they get it wrong, and they get cooling coming out of the dash, but that means they got enough refrigerant to get the evaporator out, but they still have to, it still could be short, and they don't have cooling coming to the compressor, and the compressors are overheating and starving for oil, but yet they have some cooling coming out of the dash. Especially don't do that on variable displacement compressors. I've mentioned that many times, but that's it. Catch you guys later. Get back here. Watching that compressor discharge temperature there. This is not the superheat because I have it on the compressor right now at the discharge, the inlet of the condenser. Let me move it over and get my hand down there. Forgot to show you this. Okay, so now I'm from the condenser inlet temperature now I'm on the liquid line condenser outlet line, from the inlet to the outlet. So from 110, 111 degrees, compressor's engaged right now, and an outlet of 89 degrees. So 89 degrees to say 110 degrees. So let's round it up to 90. So roughly a 21, 22 degree temperature difference between the hot gas going into the condenser to the supposedly, I always say supposedly, liquid going out. But actually in this situation, because of the sight glass, I do know it's a liquid because that is the line coming out and going over that I'm attached to. So a 20 degree drop at this ambient temperature. Oh, and there's a sizable amount of fluid built up on the back side of the liquid thermal fan clutch. And when you turn off this engine, even after running for 20-30 minutes, the fan just keeps spinning for like a dozen cycles. And it looks like it hasn't been changed in a long time. So if he wants optimum AC performance, recommendation is to change the thermal fan clutch for good summertime, hot, low speed airflow to give him the absolutely best air conditioning performance. Alright guys, I'll see you later. This is what it was before.